Look, Kathy, I agreed to let you stay with me to help you out. I felt sorry for you because your husband divorced you and left you with nothing. And then your parents forced you to live in the basement with your rabbit and your 3 cats. But you have to understand, I'm broke. I've been paying for your food, kitty litter, for all of your cats, cat food, and then paper towels and toilet paper and stuff. I just can't afford all of the extra expenses anymore. I'm behind on my mortgage. I don't have the income to keep doing this.
Why is this my problem? What do you expect me to do about it?
Well, you do have money, Kathy. You just got your back Social Security check for $6,000. I'm not asking you to pay rent or anything, but I do need you to at least pay for the things you need for yourself and for your cats.
But I gave you $1,000 when I first moved in 8 months ago.
That was 8 months ago. I'm grateful for the help, and it did cover your expenses for a few months. But I'm going to need at least $200 a month, or both of us will be homeless.
This is not fair. You asked me to move in with you, and you said nothing about paying rent. You made the deal, and now you're going back on it? Well, I'm not paying you a dime. You should have considered the cost before you asked me to come live with you.
Kathy, you asked me if you could stay with me.
That's not how I remember it. And the money I got went for bills. I had student loan payments to pay.
Yes, I remember. That was only $1,500. You still have a lot left over.
No, I needed new jewelry and hair extensions, so I only have $450 left. So you're just gonna have to find some other way to pay your bills.
Lord, what have I gotten myself into?
What? Where am I? How did I get here?
You're in guilt court again, Kathy. Pay attention. Judge Ego over there's gonna decide once again if you're gonna be sentenced to feeling guilt and shame or not.
The courtroom will be silent. Sam, when you're ready, let's hear the charges against the defendant from the prosecution.
See that woman over yonder? That's the prosecution. Her name is Samantha Superego. She considers herself your conscience, but I like to think that's my job.
She looks like a total wimp. What's her deal? Why is she trying to make me feel guilty?
Your Honor, please. I would like to confer with the defendant.
Guilt is bad, right? This is irregular, but I will allow it. 1 minute, Samantha. Oh shoot, here she comes.
Hello again, Kathy.
Do I know you?
Not very well. You keep me suppressed. That's why I'm so thin. And why he's so big.
I am big because I'm successful, loser. I'm actually good at my job.
Please, Kathy, I'm on your side. Appropriate guilt is important for social maturity. If you experience shame for your sins, there is hope that you will address the problems in your character and mature and have better relationships. And you will be better able to have and maintain positive emotions like joy, awe, contentment, compassion. Don't you long for more fulfilling relationships? As long as you avoid guilt, you will not be able to see your true self. Before you can be honest with others, including God, you have to be honest with yourself about yourself.
Here she come again with that nonsense. Every single time the same speech. It never works. You know she won't remember it. Back to your corner, loser. Time's up.
Think about it, Kathy.
Blah, blah, blah.
That doesn't actually sound bad. Is it true? Does feeling appropriate shame improve relationships and promote maturity?
Who knows? Who cares? Look, I never feel guilty about anything. And I turned out just fine. And because I'm your lawyer, you haven't felt an ounce of guilt in 4 years.
4 years? I used to feel guilt all the time when I was a kid.
That's right, love, you did. But not lately. And why? Because Iddy Haskell Esquire is at your service. I've been your inner lawyer since puberty, girl. I'm great, too. I'm a fantastic lawyer. You almost never get sentenced to feeling guilt and shame because I get you off every time. You keep hiring me and you keep winning. I am totally awesome.
Your Honor, the defendant is charged today with one count of first-degree selfishness, 2 counts of overt prevarication, and 1 count of generalized deed.
And how does the defendant plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor. Not even the slightest bit guilty.
Will the prosecution state the basis for allegation number 1, first-degree selfishness?
Certainly. Earlier this evening, when the defendant's very best friend Monica...
Objection! That is presumption. We haven't established that Monica is Kathy's very best friend.
Sustained.
When Monica requested a completely affordable level of monetary assistance, money that you had and could afford to pay, you refused to lift a finger to help her financially, even though she claimed that she was suffering and in financial distress. When you were suffering in your parents' basement with no money and no hope of escape, she came to your rescue and gave you a home. But when she was in need, you gave her, your so-called friend, a cold shoulder. You failed to even consider putting yourself in her shoes, and you thought only of yourself. You didn't like the idea of having less spending money, so you refused to help her without even a second thought.
Objection irrelevant.
What? What do you mean? You know for a fact that all she thought of was her own bank account. She didn't care anything about her friend's financial hardship. That is pure selfishness by definition. Shouldn't she have treated her friend the way she would have wanted to be treated? Or at the very least, returned a favor? Monica helped you at great expense to herself. Shouldn't you have returned that favor to her?
Irrelevant. Those laws of reciprocity, do unto others, all that nonsense. Those are Christian values, religious values. Kathy's not a Christian. She never agreed to treat people the way she wants people to treat her. She never agreed to return kindness for kindness to anyone. Your Honor, as you know, the defendant Kathy here is a free and independent spirit. She's not burdened by any religious mumbo-jumbo. She has lived consistently with her own moral code, which is do what feels right at the moment, no matter what. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Now that's a noble virtue right there. It would be selfish of her if she were to violate her own rules.
For one thing, that makes no sense. But more importantly, Your Honor, just yesterday, Kathy went to Target to return a blouse. She got to the store at 10 p.m. closing time. She arrived at the customer service desk just as they were closing. The lady clerk told her that she would have to come back tomorrow. Kathy was furious, and she called the woman, to use her euphemism, an anal sphincter out loud and embarrassed her. You said you should have put yourself in my shoes and considered the inconvenience to me having to make a separate trip tomorrow. So you say you don't believe in do unto others, yet you expect others to follow the rule when it benefits you.
Objection sustained.
What?
The defendant's moral code has clearly not been violated. She cannot be charged with a sin that violates the virtue of reciprocity since she does not recognize religion-based morality.
Unless it benefits her. Okay, what about the 2 counts of prevarication? I mean, this is cut and dry. Kathy lied about how much money she had. She has $4,500 in her checking account, and she claims she only had $450. Also, she said that Monica asked her to move in with her, and she knows that she asked Monica first. These are both bald-faced lies, and Kathy knows it. Ergo, she is guilty of mendacity.
Oh, shoot.
No, stop right there. These are not examples of mendacity. Think about your needs, girl. Think about the things you planned on buying over the next 3 months. Those diamond earrings you want. These things cost how much?
Oh, shoot.
$3,100. That's right. Look, Kathy, you lost a lot in the divorce, man. You need to pamper yourself, girl. And come on, you put on a few pounds since you moved in with Monica. So you need a whole new wardrobe. That's gonna run you about $1,000. So, to be honest, when you told her that you had $450, well, that was actually accurate. And with regard to who said what first about coming to live with Monica, well, that was a long time ago. Can you say with absolute assurance who said what? Can you recall that with absolute certainty? No. So then, is it clearly wrong to say that she asked you? No, it's not only possible, it's probable. So it's probably not a lie. So no need to feel guilty, no need to feel shame, no need to apologize for telling a lie. And, come on now, even if it is a lie, lies aren't really a sin unless you're some kind of Bible fanatic. Everybody lies. Everybody lies. As long as it don't hurt nobody, it's no big deal. Everybody knows that. You just watch any popular TV show or movie from the last 5 years. Everybody lies. The hero lies, the villains lie, everybody lies.
But lying is manipulative. You tell people whatever you need to in order to make sure they do what you want. Or you tell them whatever you need to make sure they don't do what you don't want. It's pure manipulation. It's unfair and disrespectful to Monica, who is your friend, and a friend who has made sacrifices for you. It is an act of disloyalty to someone who has always been honest with you and shown you nothing but kindness.
No. Monica claims to be kind, but all along, she planned on asking for money. The fact that she's begging for money now proves that all along she asked Kathy to come stay with her because she needed money. And she was planning on squeezing it out of poor, down on her luck Kathy, alright? It is Monica who is guilty of deception and selfishness. Monica, not my client Kathy.
Your Honor, everything the defense has stated is preposterous and without merit. There is no evidence that Monica is anything other than what she has revealed herself to be, a good Samaritan who saw a friend in need and offered to help her at her own expense.
I agree. She did reveal herself, but she revealed that she is a conniving, greedy woman who was trying to take advantage of my client's Social Security money that she obtained fair and square. Monica has gotten herself into financial trouble, and she's trying to get my client to pay for her financial mismanagement. It is Monica who is greedy, lying, and selfish here, not my client Kathy. I move that all charges against my client be dropped.
I agree. I see no reason that Kathy be sentenced to even 5 minutes of shame or guilt. She has clearly done nothing wrong and does not need to apologize or compromise. Case dismissed. What just happened?
We win again, girl. Hot dang. That's 50 in a row. 50 in a row. Am I the best lawyer or what? Stick with me, and I guarantee that you'll never have to change, girl. Kathy, I'm so proud of you. Many clients, they fire me when they get to be about 17 or 18 years old, but not you. Stay with me, and you will never have to apologize or feel contrite or feel shame ever. Anytime you're accused of a wrongdoing, I will protect your ego and make sure that in your mind, the other guy is always going to be at fault.
Kathy, you will never experience the fulfillment of an intimate relationship. You are unfulfilled because you lack real love. Don't you want that? Until you have the courage to see yourself as you truly are, you can never be transparent with others.
Look at who's talking about love. Love, really? You loser. You don't know how to keep love. Oh, the opposite. Don't listen to her, honey. Don't listen to her. If you start accepting responsibility and feeling shame, others are gonna know that you ain't perfect. You're gonna lose control, girl, and you ain't gonna be loved by everybody. You ain't gonna be loved by nobody. You love losers? Hmm? There you go. You stick with me, Iddy Haskell Esquire, and you gonna keep on winning, girl.